Wagwan beautiful people, welcome to yet another video. I hope you guys are feeling great. I am feeling great too. Okay guys, it's a new week. We are top of the Premier League table and it's international break for at least the next 2 weeks. And our next opponents are Brentford. I am not underestimating Brentford in any way because they just beat West Ham. So I have to say I'm feeling good and I am glad to be back with a new video. As you guys requested, I got new content for you people. Your girl always delivers. So this time I decided I would be able to sit down. Chelsea, we have been trying new formations in terms of mixing it up, trying new players, and everybody knows, if you're a Chelsea fan, you know that we work with a pitch full of midfielders. It's no secret, and we know how to make it work well for the most part until it backfires. So I just thought that it would be nice to rank all the midfielders from the best to the worst in the season so far. And I have to say, I was surprised. I was doing my research and I was actually surprised, and you will definitely be too. So make sure you catch the video till the end. You'll definitely enjoy it. If you do, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and share it with your family and friends. Please subscribe and turn on the post notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. And without wasting any more time, let's just jump right into it. Now, how many midfielders do we know? Well, some of the midfielders that we have plays the roles of false nines, so hence that's why we don't see them taking their roles as maybe in the classical midfielders, for lack of a better word. But let's just jump right into it. So who takes my first spot? Now this one is gonna be an interesting one, because I know of course you guys definitely have the first person in mind but this will surprise you. Now, a bit of a disclaimer, this video is solely based on the Premier League games that we have played so far. I know we've had a bit of other tournaments, the likes of the Carabao Cup and the Champions League, but those will not be taken into account. So for the first player, I will definitely be having, I know you guys will probably be surprised by this. This is an unpopular opinion, but I had to do it, guys. My number one midfielder in the Premier League season so far will have to be Kovacic, guys. Mateo Kovacic is definitely in fault. He has made appearances in all the games that we've had, and we're currently in match week 7, so he has had a goal already. So that's a tick. And then he has had 3 assists. In terms of the attempted shots, he has 9 attempted shots, with 3 of them on target. And in terms of the big chances missed, he has only missed 1 big chance. In terms of the 50-50s, he has had 50. He has had a whole 17 tackles. In terms of the tackle success, he has had 41% accuracy. Now, I have to say, in terms of Mateo Kovacic, now we all know he's very good in very tight spaces. He is very good with creating chances, and he is very good with driving the ball forward, and he's very skillful when it comes to the ball. So in terms of Mateo Kovacic, he definitely took my number 1 spot, because he deserves to be at the number 1 spot. That is why Thomas Tuchel is starting him every single game. He is in form. He has the body capability. In terms of physique, he has the physique to body players. And you guys, I will be putting more of the statistics in the description link down below, all right here. So you guys can definitely check it out. But Mateo Kovacic definitely has to be my number 1 midfield. Now secondly, I will definitely be having N'Golo Kante. So N'Golo Kante takes my 2nd spot, because of course he has not been getting a lot of play time. This is due to the fact that he is either out on injury, or sadly he risked to COVID-19. So in terms of N'Golo Kante, it's just not his fault. Otherwise, yes, he would probably be top of this list. Yes. But in terms of N'Golo Kante, you know how the saying goes, 70% is covered 70% of the world is covered by water. But what? I don't know, this quote always messes me up, man. But I think we all know Kante. Kante covers a lot of ground on the pitch. I mean, he is great with interceptions, tackles, recoveries. Then in terms of the goals, of course, he has had only 4 appearances. In terms of goals, he has had that one goal that was deflected. Of course, that goal was such a nice goal. Then in terms of tackling, he has had 6 tackles with a 50% success rate, and he has had at least 3 interceptions. 50-50s, he has had 4. Then in terms of the recoveries, he has had 16. So, you know, it's N'Golo Kante. I mean, Kante is definitely a man to look out for. I mean, of course, if he's either not out on injury or he's either not out on maybe a disease, for example, COVID, Kante will definitely be top of this list. Don't get me wrong, but so far, Kovacic has the lead, and coming in second place will definitely be N'Golo Kante. Then, guys, in terms of my next player, I know you guys are surprised why this guy probably a bit higher than the rest of the guys I'm about to call. Trust me, this list gets worse. The worse, the lower we go, the worse it becomes. Okay, so at number 3, I will be having Jorginho. Now, Jorginho is Jorginho. I mean, everybody has a different opinion about him. Some people feel he's a good midfielder. Some people just don't agree with that. Now, in terms of Jorginho, we all know he's very well press resistant. He is good at occasional long balls, and for the most time, he takes our penalties. I mean, he's the penalty lord. All times. Okay, all times. He takes all our penalties. So that is what Jorginho was known for. I mean, last season, he was our top goal scorer with penalties. So that just says how much penalties he takes. So penalties aside, though, in terms of his stats so far, I mean, he has had 7 appearances, all appearances so far, and then he has had 14 tackles with a 29% tackle success. For the 50-50s, he has had only 3, and Kante has had 4 with less matches, so he'll definitely be ranked higher compared to Jorginho on my list at least. So definitely for the 50-50s, he has less, so he has 3 of them. Then now, in terms of my 4th player, I will be having Mason Mount. Now, for Mason Mount, I feel like this is not his best season. I mean, last season, he was on fire. He was like a beast. He was just doing the most. But this season, he's just not doing it. I mean, he is well known for pressing defenders of the opponent's team. He is well known for being a creative player. He's always creating chances for us, and he is a very well known goal threat. So with that in mind, I mean, being a goal threat this season, he has not contributed to any goal whatsoever. I mean, for the games he has had, he is a midfielder but plays the role of a forward very more often. Oftentimes you'll see him starting in the front 3. So for Mason Mount, I have to say I am a bit disappointed. I mean, 4th with no goal contribution, only 1 assist, and he has had 10 shots on. He has had 10 attempted shots with 3 of them on target. The 30% shooting accuracy. He has created 4 big chances, and in terms of the 50-50s, it is at 2. So I have to say, for Mason Mount, this one just did not do it for me. I mean, I expected better from Mason Mount. I mean, Mason Mount during last season was just phenomenal. So for my number 4 will definitely be Mason Mount. And then, guys, for my number 5, I know you guys will be surprised by this one. It surprised me too, don't get me wrong. And by now, I'm sure you're asking, I wonder where a certain somebody is. Don't worry, we'll get to him. We haven't yet, but we will. I mean, in terms of the next player, I mean, I am surprised, but it's always great to see when Thomas Tuchel mixes it up and tries to bring in new players. I think that was my hint if you didn't catch it already. So for my 5th player, I will be having Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Now, Ruben Loftus-Cheek has only had 2 appearances, and he has had, within those 2 appearances, he has had 2 attempted shots with none of them on target, 1 big chance, and for his 50-50s, he has had 5 50-50s in 2 appearances. Now, this says a lot about him. I mean, Jorginho, don't comment me, but Jorginho, who has had 7 appearances, has 7 50-50s. Now, what does this say about the player? Of course, RLC is definitely built better than Jorginho in terms of physique, I would say. I mean, his body is huge. I mean, yes, he's coming back from an injury, but that does not limit him. Maybe in terms of pace, he's a bit slower, but he is a great midfielder. How? In terms of how he links up the players, the defenders with the forwards. I mean, the few games he has played, you can see the difference. I mean, I would take Ruben Loftus-Cheek to start. Maybe not every game, but I would take Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I would give Ruben Loftus-Cheek an opportunity in this coming few matches. I mean, he has definitely showed that he has the zeal and he knows how to do the link-ups. He is a good goal threat, so having Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the squad will definitely mean that we will be safe. He plays well by driving the ball forward, just like Kovacic. So, guys, you conclude, but I feel like Ruben Loftus-Cheek should be given more chances, more opportunity when it comes to the starting 11, but he will be taking my 5th spot. Then, guys, coming in at number 6, we have the one, the only Kai Havertz. Now, guys, don't get it wrong. Kai Havertz has been struggling. We all agree he has been struggling, and the stats confirm it even more, which is so bad. I mean, he is known to be having movement off the ball. He is known to be a goal threat, and he is known to have timed runs into the box. Now, I have to say, for Kai Havertz, I was definitely expecting more. During the preseason, he was superb. He was amazing. He was giving us goals. But when the season started, it's like something just switched in his brain, and he was just, I guess he's just not feeling it anymore. Of course, he has made interviews in the lines of he is tired of people that always reminding him that he won the goal and he wants to have more success past that Champions League success. But we want to see it on the pitch. We want to see it in the Premier League, and it is not showing. He has had 10 attempted shots with 2 of them on target, that making it a 20% shooting accuracy, which is poor. Then in terms of the 50-50s, he has only had 1. Guys, the stats are not even there, man. I don't even have the stats are not even there. I mean, in terms of the chances missed, big chances missed, he has missed 2. Guys, what's up, Havertz? What's going on? Well, this was the major shocker for me. I am surprised to have Kai Havertz at my number 7th rank. I mean, he can do better. Yes, of course, he plays more of a forward position than his preferred midfield position. But guys, he played it so well in the previous season, and I don't know what's happening. I think even during the last season, he had a bit of a problem in terms of picking up, and he picked up towards the end of the season. But come on, you should just continue with the same momentum you left with the previous season, at least. Now, guys, for my 8th position, I know you guys are not even going to be surprised by this one, but I will be having Ziyech. Now, Ziyech, a Moroccan wizard, is slipping, I guess. I don't know what's going on with Ziyech. I mean, he is not in form. Pre-season, oh my god. I think he contributed 3 goals, or I don't remember the amount of goals he contributed, but he contributed goals in the preseason. He was doing great in the preseason, but when it comes to the beginning of the season, look at what happened in the Juventus game. I mean, we lost a 1-0. We had a 1-0 loss to Juventus, and Ziyech was starting. So that just goes to show you. I mean, yes, I know I said that I will not be including, but that's just aside from the point that the Juve game should just show you what he brings to the table. Now, in terms of Ziyech, he is a very creative player, or so he's supposed to be. He has a very good left leg, guys. I mean, that his left leg, if he uses it to his best potential, he can do score goals. Yeah, I want to say do wonders, but score goals. Yeah. Okay, so in terms of Ziyech, he has had only sadly 2 appearances, but out of those 2 appearances, the stats are not even there. The stats are literally not. I'm not even joking. I'm gonna put it right here. The stats are not there. They're not there. So what the hell is Ziyech doing? I mean, Ziyech is just, for me, is just not doing it, and this is why he's headed at my number 8 position. Now, in terms of the shots, he has had 3 attempted shots with 1 on target, and had a shooting accuracy of 33%, and that's it. That's it. Now, for the last one, guys, I know you guys waited so long to reach till the end, but this is gonna be the last one. This one will definitely not be a shocker, but I'm glad you reached to this point of the video. And if you have reached, please make sure you drop the like button or drop your flag. Tell me where you're from. I will definitely give you a shout out in my next video if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Anyway, guys, for my 8th position, I will be having Barkley, Ross Barkley. I mean, in terms of Barkley, he has not had a lot of game time. I mean, for the season, I mean, for the Premier League season, but in terms of the preseason, he was really nice. I mean, I felt like he gave in an effort, hence why Thomas Tuchel, saw it fit for him to be introducing him slowly as part of the starting 11. So in terms of Barkley, of course, he's very good with breaking the opposition wall. He is very good with that one long pass that saved us, that gave us Aspilicueta and then Timo Werner in the previous game against Southampton, and also he's good with the ball. So in terms of Barkley, of course, he has only had 1 appearance. So out of his appearances, he has had 1 recovery and he has had 1 long pass. So not much statistics in terms of Ross Barkley, but that will be my ranking for the midfielders so far. Now, moving forward, I know Thomas Tuchel is experimenting a lot in terms of the formation, in terms of the starting 11, but we should just take it one day at a time. I love how Liverpool is solid with the starting 11, but then they don't have young players. To introduce, or they have not been signing a lot of young players to introduce them into the starting 11. But in terms of Chelsea, we have loads and loads of options of midfielders. Now, moving forward, what will be the best way forward? Should we be signing more midfielders? Anyway, guys, that was it for my video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with your family and friends. I know that Premier League content is out, but football content will always be there. So if you enjoyed this content and you enjoyed the hard work and effort I put into it, please make sure you subscribe. Please turn on the post notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video, and I will be seeing you in my next video.